Okay, Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Shit about the Nettle Cup. Pleased to be joined by Cal, and Dan, who have put their kids to bed and joined us, and Drew, who's managed to tear himself away from taking people's clothes off on Twitter using Grok. Um, so thank you for all making the time. How's everyone doing?
Oh, yeah.
I, I'm great. I'm great. I'm now researching. Can Grok actually do that? Is that actually a thing?
It's a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've got a spare picture
Wow.
if you've got a spare picture of Delhi, you know what to do with
Yeah.
it. That's
Mm.
Please,
Keep an eye
I've
on
got.
general chat in SPL because I will be all over that.
I'm gonna say I've already got pictures of Delhi without his clothes on, so
Oh Christ! Oh dear. But yeah,
we'd
everyone
only
good?
be it'd only be sad if it wasn't true.
Fair enough. Yeah, everyone good?
All good, all good.
Yeah, it's we've had a winter with no snow. We've been to 2026. That's great because it's a new year. We've got rid of LAIC matter because that was dog shit. We're all fed up of it. Yeah, I'm hopeful for the new year. I gave a tirade of abuse to Adelian and many other people about last year's matters. And they brought us this, which is an improvement.
Yeah, I think it's the best they've given us in a long time. And I think the fact that fighting types are in this and not banned, I think is what makes this better. Because if you were to take those away, it's just the normal types versus the poison types with a charge of it thrown in, right? Which is what we get from them time after time. But the fighting types give some sort of like structure almost. Yes, it's a little bit RPS, but the way fighting types work is that they die so quickly and they put out so much damage quickly that it's kind of okay. It's not like we're stuck in against an Azumarill, right? That's yeah.
Yeah, but you say this. I researched a team and team built a team that got four A's on PV Poke and it didn't have a single fighting type in it.
Well, my
Because
my
it's
first
bulk,
draft
bulk,
didn't.
bulk.
There is nothing wrong with bulk,
That's
bulk,
it.
bulk, bulk. I mean,
It's
isn't that
not
what
it's not very
Devon's
fun
built on?
though.
Bulky normal types.
Hmm.
Hush.
It's not very fun
Bulk.
though, is it, Dan?
It's not. I honestly, I played against that team against Drew because I thought this would be a noncy thing to do. Who can I be a nonce to? Oh, Drew. How are you, mate?
And
Um,
what happened? What happened, Dan, with my random chuck together 5 minute team?
I misclicked and you won.
Ah,
You won 2-1 and I misclicked.
history will show victory.
How are you feeling about it, Drew?
Oh, I mean, if I'm optimistic, it turns out to be shit, and if I'm pessimistic, it turns out to be LAIC when I do quite good. So
Oh,
I'm just
shit
gonna
and
sit.
shit.
I'm just gonna sit on the fence on this one. I think it's nice to see some some old classic grassroots PvP mons come back. I think it's nice to see some very fringe PvP mons that maybe have only come up in grassroots once or twice historically over the years.
Stop calling it
AK,
grassroots, Drew.
I know. Who the fuck does he
Oh,
think he is?
He's
uh,
angling
You
for a
know,
play Pokemon role.
oh yeah.
I get banned within the first 10 minutes. But no, like things like Venomoth, historically have been what once or twice across. We're talking Devon, probably not non-existent, but Sylph.
Mm,
even
Uh,
Sylph, it was last popularized in season one, mate.
hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been on the fringes in season three, but it was on the fringes. And since then, yeah, it's not been used at all.
I
Do you know what I mean?
probably used it back in the day, but that probably says more
STT,
about my team building rather than
STT. Yeah.
STT, Drew.
maybe that was it.
Because
Yeah.
I said the exact same thing to Matt, and he actually was like, "No, look into it, Dan." It's like, no. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh dear, but yeah, no, I think it's nice, and then obviously not. for me personally, not so nice. Like, I'm not a great lover of Tink. I'm not a great lover. I despise Carbink. Mons like that, all right. It's different to have them involved in matters, but I'm personally not a fan of those Mons. So, yeah, if you run
I
those
don't think
risks,
they're that good that you have to use them though. Here, that's the good thing.
no, I don't think so.
Tink is dreadful. Tink is horrific here.
Yes and no. I think it might be a bit of a sim hero because I think the things that it's saying it's going to win, I'm like, okay. And there are Pokemon that can run different fast moves. I think that can
I think you've
obviously
got to
shut
remember
that
though,
down.
doesn't Bulldoze come with a defense drop?
20%, maybe 10% chance. It's quite a low chance, I think.
I'm just meaning, and it's Fairy Wind is quick to get to. I think there is a place for Tink here. I don't think it's a good place, but there's a place.
Yeah, I'm personally not a fan of mons like that. You know, like Pokemon that you can sit there for half an hour while you're tapping away, deciding how you're going to find your win con. Like, no, that's boring as shit to me. Like, give me fast-paced metas, frail mons needing 6 shields, and the game, a set of three takes, I don't know, a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Those are the fun metas where catches and things like that, decide a game. Those split-second decisions. Those are the fun metas.
Mm. And do you not think this is that?
I only played Dan in 3 battles the other day. I've not really had much chance to dance around in it, to be honest.
You won one of them with a catch.
Yeah, I know. But that's just because, I don't.
You legitimately, we played 3 times. You played 3 times. You were lucky in one of them. You won one very clearly with a super catch, and you played beautifully, my friend. Absolutely amazingly. It was like vintage Drew, like really talking Marsh Cup levels, kind of. Yeah, you made a certain mod work for you, and you rode it like it was your bitch. Honestly, it was fantastic and beautiful. And the other one, you got your ass handed to you. Um, I think this is such a good. I think it will have that element.
Mm,
What I like is the side grades in this
Yes.
element. Is that out of the top 6 Pokemon on PV Poke, I'm going to use one of them. Maybe I don't even know.
let me
Is it the
check the
ranked number one
rankings.
Pokemon?
No, and
No.
The best Pokemon.
I love
No.
that Pokemon. I love the rank number 1 Pokemon. I've always been a big fan of that Pokemon. It is one of the reasons why I am so close to Matthew Brewer, and I'm so glad it gets its day. I've
What, because
used
he's
it,
swallowed?
Swallowed. I've used it
Mm-hmm.
whenever I've been given an opportunity. However, I actually think there are plenty of side grades in this that actually you can look more at team building and what works for your team rather than just picking the top 5 mons,
Yeah.
which is so refreshing. That's why I was saying there was a team with 4 A's on PV Poke, but they're built up of like 6 of the top 10 mons. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But the team I'm gonna use, nothing like that. They may have one Pokemon in common. Do you know what I mean? I'm more happy with the other team, and I think it's better. So I think this side grades to everything for every swallow there is a Grimer. For every Toxapeck there is a Tentacruel. There's just so many. For every Toxicroak there's a Primate. There's a Hitmonlee. There's a what is it, Urshifu with Blaze Kick. There are all them things that are in here that are actually make this meta sort of interesting to play. I hope other people embrace that. I genuinely hope people get on board with the message of I don't have to I don't have to pick Swallow. I don't have to pick Tinkerton because it's at the top,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um I
Dan,
can pick Victory Bell.
Dan, when you sent me that screenshot of the team with 4 A's that was all from the top 8 or whatever, I was like, I would love to play against that every game because there's so many shared weaknesses. It's ridiculous.
There's big gaps. Yeah, like a
Huge.
big squid.
Like in like the team that I drafted, I had one thing that beat everything and 2 months that were completely safe. And
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah.
fine, show me that 6 every game, please.
But that is what PB Poke's recommending. So maybe this is because of the amount of levels of side grades that you can use and strengths and weaknesses that you can exploit. This is the cut for actually people who play with the blood, actually feel it, actually look at their team and think, well, what do I want these monsters to do? What is the function of this Pokemon? Why is that Pokemon there? Okay, Swallow is great. It's bulky, it's nice. But here, it's just a generalist. It just hits many different things. But it doesn't hit anything like a fucking train. It hits them all a bit softly, but it hits everything.
It
And
doesn't though. That's the issue.
yeah, I can think of some things it doesn't hit, but most things it's hurting.
Whereas there are things in the top 10, like this, I'm seeing two things in the top 10 that do hit everything, and I just don't. It's never been in my mind once to use Swallow here.
Hmm. But Cal disagrees. Cal,
I'm definitely going to use Swallow. For no reason other than the fact I just love Swallow. That's it.
Fair.
That's literally it.
You're just being a bulk whore, Cal.
No, I was just thinking to myself, I was just looking on the rankings then, and I clocked Roserade as well. I was like, there's a few things here that can put out some nice damage or pressure some shields. Then you just need a noncy Pokemon to back them up.
I wouldn't put Swallow as a noncy Pokemon if that's what you're suggesting.
No.
I wouldn't
No,
give
but
it that
I was more thinking of having to go with Carping, to be honest with you. So
Oh,
I was prepared to sign
For
into
a
a
boot
register.
Boot him from the
but
call.
if you're gonna go for something like Roserade, which actually I looked into, because obviously with this matter you look at bugs are there, poison grasses are there. You start to think, and you start to let the juices flow, and you think, what hurts them? Fire. Let's see what fire is available. And that's why I was saying about, is it Mershifu? How do you say its name?
Mienfu or something like that. Mien Shao.
Cal?
That fucking horrible thing. Me
Oh,
chat.
does that learn
Min-
Blaze Kick?
It learns Blaze Kick. And when you don't use the moves that it's got a PV poke, which is great that you can just move away from what's being told to you. You
Yeah.
look at the actual moves it's got. You use it with Drain Punch and you use Blaze Kick, and suddenly your percentage of wins goes up massively. Instead of it just winning 2%, you're suddenly quite higher. And it's like not 2%, 2 wins out of the meta. You're suddenly going up to 14 wins, and you're like, hang on a minute, I can play with this and I can move this around. And you start to get a bit more coverage. And that's why I was looking at Roseraid, because I was like, hang on a minute. But Roserade's made of fucking paper, mate.
I
It's
landed
like,
on Roserade after Hidden Power Fire Luxray. So,
Hey, do you know we were talking about the normal types earlier, and well, I mentioned that fighting types gives this structure. I really didn't want the fighting type. So my head initially went to Lopunny for double kick fire punch might be useful.
Yeah.
It's not good enough to be useful. Like it hasn't. But
it's never. We've talked about this before. It's never actually good enough. It's the gold duck of its generation. It looks really good, and you think it could be a good idea.
Yeah.
What
It's not
fighting
nice.
charge moves does it have? Is it just
Focus Blast?
Focus Blast?
Yeah.
Triple Axle?
Yeah,
It's got triple axle, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you could do triple axle fire punch with double kick.
Yeah, you could do triple axle focus blast, which is what it suggests. But then, what I'm getting at is the fact that's where my head went immediately to number 276 on the rankings. So I think there's play here. And when I come to talk about my pick later on, I'll talk a bit more about the normal types. But
Electrify also has flamethrower.
Yes, but that's
That's
a
down
long
at
way off.
165.
There's a
And you'd
lot.
have to give
There's
up
a
Wild
couple
Chow.
of it. Yeah, and at that point, it's just not good.
I didn't realize normal types were even eligible until you mentioned it on this call, and that's because I just looked at the highest ranked one in the rankings that doesn't have a second type is Munchlax at 63.
Yeah.
The only Graphite at 45.
If Devon been doing recruitment on the meta team or something, because it's a bit different to the norm.
Yeah, there's not many tackle users flying around the top 10.
I think
There's not many Orangaroos either.
I think there is, and I think there's loads of plays for these normal types. I looked at cast form,
Hmm.
We love
normal cast form, does things here because
Cal loves a
of
nut sack. Cal does love a ball sack, so he may run that.
I'm being honest because of Weather Ball Rock. It adds a different dimension
Yeah.
to things. It does things, but and the reason that that comes into play a bit more is because of Hex. Because actually, when you do get stuck in with a fighting type, you're actually doing some damage rather than a lot of the normal types don't give off any damage to the fighting types. Um, so it's there is play for them. I think it's again, it comes back to that team building, knowing what you want from your team, not what PV Poke tells you, what you want your team to do. You know, Morton, Nancy Morton, Fruska Peruska. Um, yeah, he always doubles up. Have you ever noticed when the way he plays?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's just three Pokemon,
Hmm.
and the other three are exactly the same, just different. And it's always doubled up, so he can always ABB. It's always that. Do you know what I mean? He's got that scenario three
Hmm.
times basically within his teams, and that's the way he builds. This meta is perfect for that.
Yes, absolutely.
Build your team for what you want, not what PV Poke
Yeah.
tells you.
Yeah. Just going back to the normal type stand, you mentioned it to me when we chatted first. The Kangaskhan, I think is a great shout. I think it's a great shout.
I will say I used that in my first ever regionals in season 3, maybe, or 2.
Yeah, but it
Here,
was
but
it was bad then, Drew. It was really bad then.
it's
Exactly,
actually
spice points.
but Mudslap Kangaskhan with Power Up Punch here,
Yeah.
it's gonna do you fucking loads in Power Punch Crunch. Bush.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad shout,
No. Yeah.
and that's good. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
I mean, it's not Dodrio good, but it's good.
but, well,
I yeah, I don't know.
well, I will say that I thought Drew was going to chat shit about Galv tonight, and then
No.
I was going to talk about Morpeko a little bit. So I'll just put it out there that I think Morpeko is really interesting, and if I had the Stardust to build one, I would build one and give it a go.
I
But
mean, Morpeko's as interesting as Gary Glitter. Not very fucking interesting. Like, it's a shit mon.
nothing
It's
plays like
basically
Morpeko. Like Morpeko,
it's
Morpeko.
horrible. It's a horrible mon.
Hang on, hang on,
Horrible.
hang on. Right, it's has
Shit.
its weaknesses, has its weaknesses and everything, but it actually, because of how good a move Aura Wheel is, it hits at fucking everything.
Yeah.
That you go into a grass type with an electric Aura Wheel and it still fucking hurts it. Do you know what I mean? You could throw one of them at Venusaur and it would still fuck.
Yeah,
Not that you would because you'd use Psychic Fangs,
This is
but
it.
and that's where Matt's coming from is Psychic Fans hits all the poisons, and your electric type move or dark type move, if you are in hungry mode, hits everything else.
Yeah.
The only
I
problem is you just need to use both your shields with it.
the
But you see,
question
I
that
don't
I
even
would
think
say,
you do. I don't even think you do because you don't even last that long because of the fast moves. I think you just need.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you see Matt, so let's talk this upcoming month. You play me, Dan, and Cal across the month, and we've got various mud slappers.
Hmm.
Do you still
because we're
bring
all
more
paedophile.
Pecco because of its fast pacing, or do you take the risk that more Pecco is going to cost you potentially 3 losses?
Okay,
That's where
how many good mud slappers are here? Because I think
Grimer, Wrath
well, we'll
AI.
get into we'll get into this because I just wanted to say that I wanted to give Morpeko a shout out, but then I found out that you three were all talking about poison types, so I switched to a poison type as well because Devon does poison types like no one else. So I think Drew.
Didn't you used to say when you were in charge of Sylph that poison didn't get enough love?
I don't know.
I'm
Sounds like
sure we've
something
had
I'd say.
conversation.
Sounds like
I'm
something I'd
sure.
say.
I'm sure we've had conversations where you were like, no, poison's actually a really misunderstood typing. It's really good, and
It
it
is.
just doesn't get enough love. And
But
that was
Devon's made
because
it so fucking boring because it's every time.
confusion isn't as noncy as it used to be.
I think we should reopen the meta to Orangaroo. That's what I think. Just airdrop it in, bosh.
Watch Cal moan like a bitch for another month. I fucking hate that monkey.
But poison is good because, like in many of the other types, there's like a clear best mon. Like in electrics, charge above the clear best mon. In water, like a lot of people would say that Azu is the clear best mon, or maybe Lantern, right? Like in fire, it's always Ninetales or Talonflame.
Swampert.
Right. Well, maybe not anymore.
Or Talonflame. Oof.
I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I've not played properly for about 3 years.
Fur's
But it
been
used to
playing
feel
back
that
in
way.
2016, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mate. Everyone knows it's Crumpet.
Yeah. But
Shadow Typhlosion, isn't it?
But yeah, fair. But that's never been the case for poison. That's never been the case for poison. At no point in time has there ever been a definitive best poison type.
I don't know. Like, I think going back a couple of years ago, I think everyone probably considered the Mucks the best type.
Beedrill has always been the only usable poison type until they buffed the poison moves.
Whoa.
That's
just factual.
Amok has been always good. Drapion has always been good.
Amok, yeah, you were never running Poison Jab on it until Poison Jab got buffed. So you're only ever using Snarl Dark Pulse, right? So you're treating it as a dark type.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. And I'll tell you exactly why you were wrong. And it was James who used to run it with Poison Jab, and he'd run it with Acid.
Yeah.
And
acid
while
spray,
the rest of us, Acid Spray, and the rest of us were using Snarl, and he would use it. And this is going way back to like Sorcerer's time. Do you know what I mean? Because you could use it with Acid Spray, and suddenly then Poison Jabs hurt like they do now.
And again, Drapion, Dark Poisons don't count. They just don't, because you're not treating them as a poison type.
Yeah, but that's what makes poison good. It's because
it's
because there's breadth there.
And do you count Stunk Tank as
a
dark poison?
Also, what beats the Dark Poisons?
Mudslapper.
It's got a little stinger on its tail, and it's got Drill Run. The king of the poison types.
Okay, so let me come back at you with this then. The very month that Beedrill got Drill Run was Sorcerer's Cup, and you know where I'm going to go with this because I keep banging on about it. But I kept using Quillfish even after Beedrill got Drill Run because in that particular meta, Watergun Quillfish was a beast, and that's the only time I ever got a 7-0 was with Watergun Quillfish over Beedrill. So there's always an interesting option with poison. So I'm just looking at the regular PvP rankings now. Okay, I've forgotten that Clodsire exists. I think it's probably difficult to argue that Clodsire isn't the best poison right now. But
just spend 5 minutes in a battle again, isn't it? Waiting for your opponent to give win con.
But then, like, look at that, 234 in general greatly. Venusaur. Venusaur's a fucking beast. Like
loses to Beedrill though.
Yeah, well, but this is. But this is what I'm saying. There's always there's a breadth of options of poison which makes any meta interesting. However,
and Venusaur's better
less
now.
Interesting. Venusaur's better now.
What's got Sludge now?
Oh, I didn't know that. Has Sludge been buffed?
Yeah. Swalot's got Sludge now. That's why Swalot's number 1 in the rankings, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize Sludge was good now. Poison makes everything interesting. But Devon is.
And Matt's got a tattoo of Venusaur on his penis as well. You know, it's like.
But when it's every month, it's not interesting. I'm going to shut up about poison types now because that does sound like something I'd say, Dan. It does.
Just in case you're wondering, it's like the face, just the face.
Matt's Venusaur used Solar Beam.
Wait, what are the vibes?
It was super effective.
Bang with C-pubes, mate. Bang with C-pubes.
I was going to go for more like the bulb part. You know, you might want to go see a doctor about
that. So, in Devon
fashion,
he
doesn't have acid spray.
We're giving poison some love, so we're all going to talk about our poison type.
Who started?
Hmm?
Who started talking about poison now?
Who picked Griner?
Oh, typically. Why is it always me first
Because
nowadays?
you always pick a mon that's in the top 10, and we go in PvP order, and you're always
This
a nonce and
this
picking
isn't
a.
in this isn't in the top 10.
It is. It's number
It's
9.
not. It's
It is.
13th.
It's
You
number
looking at
9.
Shadow?
It's 13th.
Doesn't matter. Right, it's number 9.
It's number 9. Venomoth's
It's
number
number 9.
13.
Yeah, Venomous number 13. It's number 9.
Rankings have been
9 and
updated.
19 for the Shadow.
Oh wow, I'm going second. Fuck. Okay.
You
I
filthy
could
sweaty
believe that I'm
tryhards.
going last. I think my one's the best of the lot of them. So, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Drew,
Okay.
go on. Tell us
I have
about
to tell
Griner.
you what fast moves your mon had.
No, that's Cal's mom.
Oh, that's Cal's mon, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Cal's mom.
God.
Mine's after
Gosh.
that.
All
Genuinely.
right then. So yeah, my Pokemon or my pick is Pokedex number 88, and it's Kanto Grimer. So the one thing that stood out to me, you know, as Cal, Dan, and Matthew will all tell you, I've literally looked at the meta for all of 5 minutes. Um, I picked Grimer purely because of its fast move viability. So you've got P jab or poison jab, and you've got Mud Slap. Pick your poison, basically. Do
No,
you
it's not. It's pick your poison or mud.
well or mud? But you know, Mud Slap. As we've alluded to, I did have a few scrims with Dan a couple of days ago. I couldn't bother to use precious TMs, so I ran Poison Jab. And I was quite surprised it still did very well. Um, Obviously, you're not having significant fast move pressure, but I was still, hanging with Swallow. I think there was a zero shield scenario, Dan, that we played at one point, and it was pretty even. And I think generally, I might be wrong here, but I would consider Swallow a much bulkier Pokemon than Grimer. Anyone going to shoot? Anyone going to shoot me down on that?
No, I think that's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I personally haven't decided which fast move I'll go. As we alluded to earlier, it has Sludge as far as I'm aware. I may have been running Sludge Bomb. But yeah, it's just one of those mons. It's an XL mon, so it does have, additional bulk. I think a lot of the poisons outside of what they say, Swallow, Grimer, I think there's a few things here that can hit Toxapex to make it seem less bulky, even though it is obviously a naturally quite a bulky mon here. Okay, Grimer has its confusion weakness, which with a confusion buff could potentially be devastating, in the wrong scenario. But I don't know. It's beaten picks like Cal alluded to earlier, Roserade. So a mon that is fast and spammy, yes, it's Frau, but you're taking a Leaf Storm, you're taking a few fire weather balls from it. It's just something that can take out Tink. If you're on Mud Slap, if you're on Poison Jab, you're losing. You're obviously going head to head with Swallow. I think you can't obviously run Swallow and Grimer. You pick one or the other. Again, tailor make your team to what suits best. But yeah, that's me. That's Grimer. Like it's a great mon here. It really is. I think it's probably in all my chat and shit history. It's probably one of the better picks I've come out with.
Fair.
Go
Do you
on
know
and
what?
critique.
No,
Critique.
I really like it as well. I think it's hands down the best one here for consistent poison output with good coverage. I think Toxapex. I think you want to avoid the electric weaknesses here at all costs, like because Chargeable is just so good. And Like I really like Empoleon, so I really did want the second water weakness. So there's electric weakness. So there's no way I'm going to toxifies. I think Victory Bell has ice weaknesses that Swallow can hit it with an ice beam. It's got the flying weakness from Drill Peck from Empoleon. Beedrill doesn't really have consistent poison damage. Well, no, does Swallow. Like, I think it's just the best option by far for consistent poison damage, personally. So yeah, I really like it.
Yeah,
Are we all saying running poison jab?
I think
I think you should run poison jab here.
Because if you're not running poison jab, you're about as consistent with poison damage as Swallows. Because you're both running a mud fast move with the same poison charge move.
I honestly believe it's going to boil down to how you pick your other 5 mons, and are you going to be confident with running poison jab against potential Tink teams, potential Carbink teams? I know Carbink's obviously part fairy as well, but I think in the ones, Grimer loses to both if you're running poison jab. So if you really are scared of Carbinks and your Tinks, you may be forced to go Mud Slap just to try and keep those two quiet. But as I said, I've not used Mud Slap on it yet, so I can't really, give much guidance.
I think poison jab's the way. I think
because you're getting to your mud bombs quick, aren't you?
Yeah, and also I think you need the stab to really keep up with some of the bulkier mons in neutral matchups, personally.
I mean, if you could, I'm just trying to think here, is there anything that's got a defensive drop move? I know we were talking about Bulldoze earlier, but is there anything in this meta that drops your defense? A bit like let's say Icy Wind, obviously with attack. Is there anything that gives that guaranteed defense? But
Psychic Fangs from Morpeko.
Oh, here we go. But is there anything else in here that learns, something? I'm not saying when I say this, I don't mean it like it's not a decent mon, but like something a bit more bulk that can hang around for a bit longer than Morpeko.
I can't think of it.
I'm just hang around longer than Morpeko.
Yeah.
What Spidops?
Spidops, yeah. I mean, it's a spider. We know how much I love a spider in PvP. Maybe I should try and build an all-spider team for this meta and see what happens.
Ariados is available, mate. You'll love a spider.
Ariados, Gal,
such a good
Spideops. I guess you could.
Does that have a debuffing move? Is Parabolic Charge, something like that?
That's a
defense buff.
Defense buff.
Yeah.
Well, it's a similar thing, isn't it?
It got nerfed though as well. Well, yeah, it got nerfed, didn't it? It's more energy now required to get to the Parabolic Charge. So it's not as great as it was. And I think even though it's quite a bulky mon belly bot, I think there's too many mud bombers, mud slappers.
Belly bot's not a great league mon. That's my opinion.
I don't think it's even that great an Ultra League mon anymore because of the debuff.
It's for pedos in Ultra League.
Cal, weren't you running that last season?
Yeah, I stand by that. It's for pedos in Ultra League.
Cal, you were running that last... Yeah, it's for pedos.
I was, yeah. 100% I was.
Is Cal calling himself a pedo in Ultra League? Or
I think that's what
he came out as a nonce earlier by saying he was going to run Carbink. Mate, were you not on the call? Was it because your potato phone had let you down the register,
mate?
It must be that gym division effect. He's a changed man since he went there.
Sorry, should we all start speaking Dutch?
May as well make as much sense as that.
Smoking a pancake? Bong and a crap?
It was the first stream today and they were all talking in Dutch, and it's a good job I was in the office on mute because I didn't have a Scooby what was going on.
Look, when they say lurking in the Kirkin, considering what room you're in, run.
Oh, dear.
It's not that bad. It just means sex in the kitchen. It's like literally the only Dutch I know.
Fair.
Grimer.
Grimer. So I think Poison Jab is the better move set to go with. I like Grimer here. Similar reasons to you. I just think having a poison type that beats the other poison types is very good and very useful. I know we talked about Beedrill earlier here. which does similar things, but Beedrill just picks up a few different weaknesses that Grimer doesn't have. So personally, I lean towards more the Grimer than the Beedrill scenario, even though Drill Run is much more powerful than Mud Bomb. I like it because again, it beats what you need it to beat, and it goes back to that functioning roles about what you want your Pokemon to do and what you don't want them to do. So Grimer, you put it very much in the category of I want it to beat the electrics and beat the grasses, and that is it. Don't want it to do anything fancy. I don't want it to look at other stuff. You were saying, oh well, if it's got poison jab and made this to Tinker Tongue, who gives a shit? It's not there to do that. You've got other Pokemon there to do that. This
There's
Pokemon
not
is here
many.
to do.
There's not many things that beat Tink in. I think it's in the ones. Like I think we're talking like 5, maybe 6 mons. So you are going to need a.
I'm picking up your pick here, not putting it down, mate.
No, I know, no. But what I'm
I
saying is,
actually think if I
you're
was
going
going
to
to run
need
Grimer,
you're going
I'd
to need
run
your Grimer
Mudslap.
to what's that, Cal?
Really? You'd run
I'd
it
run
with
Mudslap. I think I'd run Mudslap.
I think they're
Just-
both really good options. And
They're both
I think
completely viable, but it goes back to what I said, and you guys have alluded to. I think I know I'm going to run Grimer. However, I'm going to go off and build or build a team of 5 mons, kind of around Grimer, but then I'm going to worry about my fast move once I've got that team of 6 together. So Grimer's there. It's a fixture in the team. As Dan knows, Dan saw my team the other day. I'm not bringing Empoleon, or I might do. I may run double water and beat Degen.
Does anyone else think he sounds absolutely insane?
Why?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to pick this Pokemon for no rational reason. I'm not telling you a rational reason why. And then I'm just going to put everything
No.
else around it. And then I'm just going to make that Pokemon I pick work. I'm just going to shove this square peg in this round
No.
hole.
Hey, that
because
literally worked for me in Gym Breakers this round.
Yeah.
Callum says to me, why are you running a Bomber Snow? I was like, it's a big fucking Yeti. And it fucking worked.
To be fair, I was in that chat when he went, it's a big fucking Yeti. Yeah.
The thing is with Grimer, like we're saying, Grimer's got Mudslap, has got Poison Jab. 2 very different mons, effectively, depending on the fast move that you're running. So what I'm saying is, I know 100% I'm going to run Grimer. However, at this moment in time, I don't know if I'm Poison Jabbing. I don't know if I'm Mud Slapping. So the rest of my team is going to kind of be built as a side project. And then Grimer comes into that. What do I need? Do I need Poison Jab? Do I need Mud Slap? And I think that's the way I'm going to build my team this month.
And just a warning for everybody, Drew has a shiny Alolan Grimer, which looks near enough the same, and he'll substitute in without telling.
I've actually got a good rank one of those, so I might pull that. I need to get another kind of Red Bull in that.
I need to get another can of Red Bull at 9:10 in the evening because he's just shotgunned one. Because he doesn't want to fucking sleep tonight.
What did you just say? The what?
I'm gonna have to fucking mute myself.
What have I missed?
Nothing, mate. Nothing, mate.
Oh, good.
Well, it's creased Brewer up, though.
No, this honestly, there was actually it's a marker of how far chatting shit has fallen. That once when I was emigrating, various people were hosting it, and ex Penshu called someone a nonce, and I edited it out. And that was the worst thing that could possibly be said at the time. So it's a marker of how far this has fallen. But it was nothing like that, Drew. It was
It's
like,
absolutely
no, I don't think anyone even said anything even remotely offensive. I think it was just like the truth.
It was just the truth.
Yeah, and that's what was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, you think Mud Slap on it, and you're not too concerned about the pacing issue or anything like that. So
no, I think just the raw damage output in Poison Mirrors, Toxicroak, stuff like that.
I agree with what Drew said from a Gym Breakers point of view. If you were running this Pokemon with Gym Breakers, I do think this is actually where you look at versatility and you look at Pokemon like that. So I think that brings a really uniqueness. I think keeping in mind, I know I can remember what most of us are talking about. I think Cal's Mon, your Mon's very similar to that as
Yes.
well, where it brings uniqueness and brings play and brings more fluidity to it. Matthew, have you got any points on Grimer before we move
No,
on?
I was just going to say I really like it, and I was going to say there are a lot of what we're talking about here is similar to Calzmon. Calzmon's next anyway, so let's go into
I
it.
thought it was third.
Nope.
Been demoted.
No, it isn't. You are second. I just can't count.
Yeah.
Mine's
So yeah.
All right. Well, with that beautiful segue, my Pokemon is Pokedex number 454, the Toxic Mouth Pokemon, Toxicroak. I like it here just as for pure damage output. I don't think shields. I just think try and get shields and clean up elsewhere. PV Poke recommends Dynamic Punch Shadow Ball, but I think Mud Bomb Shadow Ball is the way to go here.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting.
So I don't know what. Well, bear in mind when I thought that I didn't actually realize fucking normal types were in the meta. So what the fuck am I punching here?
No, fair enough, mate.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
I still think Mud Bomb's the one though.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree. I think Mud Bomb is the way to go. I think you definitely need
Dynamic
as many
Punch
things
is
as
too
you
resisted against a lot of the better mons.
However,
The bugs, the poisons.
However, even without Shadow Ball, you still beat Charger Bug in the zeros with Dynamic Punches you big hitting move. Like, it's one of those moves coming off Toxicroak where it's just powerful enough to 2-hit KO things that it shouldn't be doing, which is really, really nice. Nice.
With Mud Bomb, the only important one that you lose, I think, is Empoleon. Because Empoleon lives in Mud Bomb, but not a punch.
Yeah, you need a punch to beat Empoleon. Yeah.
Oh.
Can I ask why you're running Shadow Ball? Why not drop Shadow Ball?
Shadow Ball's just too good a move, in my opinion.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Do you need it? Is there anything Shadow Ball is hitting that Mud Bomb and Dynamic Punch isn't? There are things that Dynamic Punch and Mud Bomb hit that Shadow Ball doesn't.
I can see why Cal's going for Shadow Ball, because if you look across, all right, it's maybe not going to one-shot everything and anything, but
you do realise you are making a fighting type that doesn't beat Greedent by doing that.
But anyone running Greedent,
no one's running Greedent
here. Yeah,
Are they not? Are they not? This is Devon.
Mm-hmm.
This is Devon, and one thing we do is run Greedent.
We run double normals. We run double normals.
You know, and I'm just saying, you are getting your fighting type.
What's Greedent throwing? Body Slam.
Body Slam and Crunch. We love a crunch.
There's no way that beats Toxicroak.
Okay. Let's go back to Kangaskhan then.
Yeah, let's go back to Kangaskhan. You're fucked.
Yeah,
but that doesn't matter because I think you'd be fucked anyway.
No, you wouldn't.
Kangaskhan versus Toxicroak. There's no way they're not just going to mirror. Yeah, they might pop you once and then completely farm you down. So they're just going to use a shield and farm you down. That goes for any mud slapper, really.
I'd be surprised.
Although you do beat Grimer,
you are
in the
losing
zeros,
a shield.
Mud Bomb.
You are losing a shield. You are going to shield down by doing that because you will reach a Dynamic Punch.
No, I'm not ever shielding a Toxicroak.
You're never sealed in the Toxicroak.
So I think,
if that case, why are you running Poison Sting?
Because
you're only going to get to get to one. You're only going to get to one charge move anyway, so you might as well run counter, or you might as well run mud shot because you're going to hit things at the same pace. If you look at the
PV Poke Matrix, right, you need 2 Poison Stings, yeah, to beat I think 18 out of the 20 of the top relevant mons. It's up 2 Poison Stings in the zeros.
If you've got 6 shields, you're fucking laughing. You
don't need to, because the whole point is you're just going to take a shield and die.
But the thing is, the rankings are not reflective of the top 20 Pokemon. We've all discussed this. You know, there's a Pokemon that I really like in this meta. That's rank 90.
And when you run it, you will lose.
No. It's a very good one. Dan played against it the other day. And I think it may be the Catchmon that he referred to at the start of the call.
I'm gonna come to
Well, it
Cal's
was
defense.
100% Catchmon. It was 100% Catchmon, and you absolutely played it beautifully, mate.
And
I am not.
I played it beautifully recently in Gym Breakers as well.
And if you used it in this meta against like a Toxicroak, you would absolutely fuck it
Yeah.
up the ass.
I'm gonna come
And
to
that's why
Cal's defense because I think Toxic Croak it can take moves here. I think that its typing means it resists a lot of stuff here, and it's like it's obviously it's a frail mon, but it's not Haunter frail. It's not like Gengar frail. It can take a neutral move.
what
How
I
many
was going to ask,
how many confusions from a Shadow Venomoth can it take?
probably
Oh,
three.
that doesn't matter.
2.5.
That doesn't matter. How many confusions can any poison type take that isn't Drapion or Overwhelm?
I mean, I don't know. We can run the Sims later, but I actually thought.
I just wanted to
And
shit
anyway,
on
yeah,
Cal's pick.
Venomoth, yeah. They're probably going to be running Sidewave, are they?
No,
Yeah, of course they are.
no.
Of course they are.
Confusion's had a
Yes, they
massive
are.
buff.
Dude, mate.
No, it's
Sidewave.
Well, I'm running Confusion. Screw you all.
All right, fine.
Okay.
No worries.
GG's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hang on, just while we're on the moth, Cal, what do you reckon to Venomoth?
I've never liked Venomoth.
Okay. So you're the outlier in this group then.
I think Venomoth here is better than what Beedrill will be. Beedrill
I don't
historically.
like mons that just rely on like.
I think they do very different things.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I had them both.
definitely
I had them
yeah.
both in a team, and I didn't like them both in a team. I think you got to pick
I
one.
did exactly the same. I put Venomoth and Beedrill in the same team, and
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Venomoth's going to get just absolutely fucked up by some stuff, though.
but you can,
Empoleon.
everyone's going to get fucked up by something.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's it. That's the whole...
Nothing is completely
I
invulnerable
don't
in this
think
meta.
it does anything good enough.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, it fucks Toxicroak, but you know, nothing apart from that, it doesn't do anything good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's because it's got a super effective fast move, and it resists everything going back its way. Probably.
what I was going to say about Toxie though, going back to Toxie, would you run Shadow or regular?
Regular.
Hal said he's never going to shield his Toxicroak, so why would he not run Shadow?
You'd still run the regular. You'd still
My
run the
worry
regular.
is if you run the Shadow, it's that frail. You might not make a Shadow Ball if you need it.
Yeah, and with the regular,
possibly.
you can, like I say, you can still live. You can still live a move with less. You can live a Hydro Cannon from an Empoleon if you need
the regular,
to.
yeah,
Or
beats Grimer in the zero.
You're not throwing a Hydro. You're throwing a drill.
You can, but you can live that still. You can't do that as a.
Pack?
You can. You can't do that as a. As the
a Toxicroak can take a drill pack.
It does not
a non-stab drill pack.
Yeah,
from a bulky Empoleon.
It does not enjoy it, but it can.
Even with the metal sound damage.
Yeah.
Metal claw, metal sound. Yeah.
It does 76%.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be way more than that. I'll be honest.
This is it. It's not as fragile as people think it is, but the Shadow.
What does it do to a Shadow, Cal?
The reason why people think it's so fragile is because they've played it in metas where they went up against a Shadow Hypno and it literally died immediately because it's like a million times weak to it. But actually, in like different scenarios, it's not.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So here's my question, Cal. If you were running Grimer, and if you were running Mudslap Grimer with Mud Bomb, would you not just upgrade it to Mud Shot, Mud Bomb, Toxicroak?
Oi.
No.
Not an upgrade.
I originally did look at Mud Shot before, but it's not as quick as Poison Sting, right? It's slightly slower.
Matt didn't look at Mud Shot.
Matt didn't know it had Mud Shot.
Oh God.
No, has it had like Mud Shot forever?
No, it's not had Mud Shot. No, it's not.
It's had it for a long time.
It's had it forever, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Cal, back me up there.
It used to be the fact that counter was so good back in the day, so Mud Shot was.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it did. Did it always have Poison Sting before Poison Sting got
Poison Sting came recently. Poison Sting's new.
Right, I'm going to Google it.
Well,
Why don't you ask Grok? Because you're dead friends with that, aren't you? You and
yeah.
Elon Musk.
When did
Grok, put my toxic croak in a bikini.
um, no,
The
you
only
can
other
just
option is drain punch, but I think that's just
that's
mental.
Toxicroak learned the fast attack Mudshot in Pokemon Go on September the 1st, 2023. It's a considerable amount of time.
yeah, but
So
that's
it's
not
3 years.
yeah. But I stopped playing that around 3 years ago. So there you
But
go.
So wait, did
that
Toxicroak
sounds like a
only have
Brewer
counter for
problem, though, doesn't it?
ages?
No, it
No,
had
counter
poison
and
jab.
poison jab. Yeah, but
Well, it hasn't
you
got
see,
jab now.
Yeah.
Still
it
got
does.
jab,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
but no,
you would just
I
have you would have sting over jab. You would just use
yeah,
sting over jab.
I agree with you, Cal, because I looked into this, and you need the speed of Poison Sting to beat the rollout users better, like consistently.
is that if you're running punch though?
That's if you're in a dynamic punch. I
People
did look into counter. I and what I do need to look into, because I need, when you first said Mud Bomb and Shadow Ball, not realizing normals were in the net, I was like, my thought was, oh, he must be running counter, because that's not, I haven't looked into counter Mud Bomb Shadow Ball, and I think that might
No,
be
I don't think counter's the one.
I
no,
don't
I
think
don't either.
there are any
That
fighters
dynamic
that
punch is
run
5
counter.
more energy for 30 more raw damage. But
Just hits more
how much
things.
shit in like that those early rankings? You're not going to dynamic punch a charger bug
No, you know,
or
no.
a swallow, but
But
with mud
got
bomb,
Mud
you
Bomb.
stand half a chance there.
Yeah, but
And you've also got to remember soft losses as well could be up energy in this meta could be massive.
Also, you stand a chance of maybe getting 2 mud bombs, whereas you might not quite make 2 dynamic punches.
I just worry that you're having a fighting type that does no fighting damage. That's my fear.
But
And
then actually,
Those little tackle losers do whatever they want.
so there's obviously
Not
I alluded to my what I think is going to be my water pick, Sea King. That's a water type mon that does no water type damage, but it's a fantastic mon.
Sea King's the Swiss Army knife of the sea. It always has been. Always has been. Anyone who uses it as the Swiss Army knife of the sea, and everybody knows that. It's not even a shock that I've said that.
What about then sludge bomb? Toxicroak.
No,
No.
Why?
no.
You've
So,
already got another.
just
You've got another poison on your team, Toxicroak, and this is my problem with
Have
your.
I got another poison on my team?
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
just going to run Toxicroak?
Yes.
No, you have another because you Toxicroak isn't doing poison things. Poison Sting isn't doing poison sting. Poison things. It's doing speed things to get you to your bigger move.
you're almost using Toxicroak as a fast generalist here.
Yeah.
This is why it's not getting shielded. It's just going to go out there, chuck out some damage, and then set something else up in the end.
But you're going to need a poison type to support it, whether that be a Beedrill, whether that be a Grimer.
Double fighter.
Victory Bell.
Oh, don't get him.
Ice Punch, Rage Fist, Karate Chop, Primeape.
Nah, just run close combat. Close combat and dip.
No fighting damage of anything other than Karate Chop.
I don't hate that idea. I don't hate the idea of running Toxie Primate with no fighting apart from, because you're not bringing your normal type into that team. So it doesn't matter whether you've got fighting damage or not. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that.
Both Shadow.
Okay. All right,
with
Deli.
4 rollout users in case you see a Venomoth.
3 rollout users and a penguin. Come on.
The thing is, don't encourage him because he will do it. He's fallen that far off the cliff now that he does shit like that.
Look, right, he won his first tournament in fucking months last month, so you back down.
I know he beat me in the fucking final, didn't he?
If he wants to do shenanigans, then fair play to you, Cal. You do shenanigans, mate. I'll back you. I will fucking back you.
I'm all for that.
He literally said to me earlier, he goes, I'm just going to run 6 shadows again. I got my title to defend.
But this does bring me to a really nice segue for my pick, which is Pokemon 110, which beats 2 fighters and a ton of fucking rollout users, which is Galarian Weezing. because it beats all your fighters because it's a fairy. So fuck yous.
But does
And
it
I'll
beat
be on.
Mud Bomb Toxicroak? If
Yeah,
you're running Fairy
yeah,
Wind, resisted, yeah, Brutal
yeah.
Swing, resisted, and probably Sludge,
I'm not
are
running
you beating
sludge.
Mud Bomb Toxicroak?
I'm not running sludge. I'm running fucking overheat.
Write that down.
All guts, no glory. I like it.
I'm running fucking overheat because when you actually look at it, it beats 70% of every mon in this fucking meta.
So
It's
basically,
about
it's the Sex Panther Pokemon.
it's the Sex Panther Pokemon. Works 70% of the time, 100% of the time, my friend.
Um,
Um, and again, this is why you ignore everything that PvPoke says. Not that it's not a valuable tool and you should use it and you should, understand it, but you should challenge it. You should always challenge every resource that you are using. Um, and that's exactly what I said here. I looked at it as, okay, fire would be really nice and sexy to have here. Let's
mm,
look at what firemons are available. And then you start playing with different things. You start playing with the different moves. And I looked at it as Brutal Swing because obviously Brutal Swing does things. It's got a little bit of coverage against most things, not really a lot. Fairy Wind just beats your Toxic Croaks. You can just Fairy Wind through it, even with the Bud Bombs. It
I
doesn't
I
take that
You're
just
long.
not
simmed
Fairy
it.
Winding through a Toxicroak.
No, I just simmed
You're not
it.
Fairy Wind, dude.
It's
Let me.
resisted.
You need
It's
overheat
neutral.
on
It's neutral.
wheezing. The deciding factor is landing the overheat. If you're running just brutal swing overheat and you cannot land that overheat, Toxicroak wins.
Let me have a look
How
here.
much damage does an overheat do?
In the
Too
one
much.
shield, in the one
What
shields,
percentage?
in the one
Ah,
shields, you have overheat. Oh fucking overheat does 107 damage, so it's 82%.
When that's shielded, how much does the
I,
next one do
I'm
then?
just no shield in the first one.
You just no shield in the first one. Good balls,
Um,
mate. Good
oh,
balls.
I've poison sting something down. I've got 2 mud bombs. I'm no shielding. Wheezing's going bye bye.
I mean, but you no shield that overheat. Someone's just going to come in and snipe you, and you're going to lose a shit ton of energy.
Or
Any
I'll
semi
bank my
decent player
energy
will.
and get
Do you
out.
know what? I'll be honest, Cal. You use I goes 2 overheats back to back. You use a mud bomb and a shadow ball. You finish on 11 HP.
There we go.
I come in with fucking anything and take 11 HP. You ain't doing shit to me.
That's
You
probably
ain't
one
reaching.
psi wave. I
But
can live
you're
with you
not. But
getting
you're
one
not.
psi wave.
You're
That's
not.
four
You're not
energy you've
reaching.
generated. Yeah.
You're not. Reaching any moves there at all.
It's fine.
I'm just saying.
Mm, I don't. I personally, the fact that you've got a bank on overheat and landing it, I would not consider Galar Weezing a Toxic Croak counter.
Mate, all fucking balls. No, if you ain't got guts, get out of the kitchen. You're fucking living in the kitchen. Cal's living in a toilet, and Matt's living in a fish room. Yes, we
Yep.
know you're in your kitchen.
Yeah, I'm in my kitchen. Well,
So
it's an apartment, so everything's one big room.
knowing how Dan plays months like this, I'm not necessarily my concern isn't landing the overheat because I know Dan will leave it, drop an overheat as soon as he can and switch out. So I'm not concerned about landing the overheat for Dan. I'm concerned about I just don't know what it does. And like anything that you say it does, I just think I can make a better argument for something else.
It gets the niche wins. It gets the niche wins, and as I said, it's about that building 3 and 3, and you're wanting it to do things that the other ones don't do. So I want poisons that beat other poisons, as well as beating the electrics, because I see that as being valuable to me, as well as not getting fucked up the arse by any grasses that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, if I was to pair this, and I would say I would pair this with Drew's pick. If I was pairing this with Grimer or Beedrill, both are both suitable partners for this. I would be using Poison Jab, so I'd be a bit slower to get to my fast moves, but my fast moves would hit to a certain level. I see Galar Wheezing as being the same, only slightly different, not too much different. It's a side grade from that. So probably actually I would never be running them in the same line necessarily unless I was going for a certain type of play because depending on the team I was going against. But really it's a side grade. It's 3 and 3. So
Let me
that's why I would be going for it.
let me ask you this then, Dan, because the fire coverage and beating the bugs. If the fire coverage is important and having that consistently is important, would Rosa Raid not be a better shout?
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
I actually think
Because-
Rosa Rage is shout.
Because you get the consistent fire damage and you've still got a nuke.
But you are a damn sight weaker. You are a damn sight weaker. And when you say you get the consistent fire damage, you still got what are you using as your nuke there?
Leaf Storm.
But,
So you just leaves up anything and everything.
but Leaf Storm into most of this meta isn't
Leaf
doing
Storm,
that.
everything and everything. Do you know how much the Leaf Storm does to a Venomoth?
I bet it was
probably
40%. I bet it was
30%.
40%. Yeah, it's a lot. Venomoth.
37.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but why are you leaf storming a Venomoth with fire when you weather ball fire?
No, he's just saying Leaf Storm everything. I was just giving an example
okay.
there. You know what I mean? Or there's other things that are out there that do similar things that a Leaf Storm isn't really going to hurt against and stuff.
I just don't like the whole, like Matt just alluded to. Like you've got Roserade. Yeah, take your bulk situation. Like Wheezing, relatively decent, can hang for a while. But yeah, the one thing for me with Wheezing is it goes back to that overheat. All right, if you get that successful bait, which I think you're going to have to make it consistently good in this meta, great, you could have a fantastic month. But I think the minute those overheats start getting shielded, it could pull the rest of your line down. I think you're going to have something very solid in your two back mons to kind of support that high risk, high reward strategy.
100%, 100% you would.
My gripe with Wheezing is, overheat from Wheezing, I don't even think it's all that.
Oh.
Just don't think it's all that.
No, I think I agree. Unless you're hitting super effective, it's not. Yeah.
If your first one gets shielded, you are fucked.
Yeah. No, but you don't get in that position. You put it in the front. You have to play it in the front. You can't play it in the back. There's no point in playing it in the back. And you look at the positions that you are in, and you look at the battle matchups that you've got to go against. Drew saying that, and once they start getting shielded, okay, great. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I'm not saying you don't do it as your opening gambit because you play how you want to play, but it's not your steady go-to poison. But actually, in a niche situation, and it's like when Matt was saying there, saying, "Oh, you could run Toxic Crit with Grimer, and that'd be an interesting thing." I'm like, they're too similar. They are too similar. Yeah. They're doing too much the same as
the ABB Classic.
As this option still does the ABB, but gives you a little bit more of a twist on it. Gives you a little bit more of a twist. Do you know what I mean? Suddenly, you are completely one shot. I don't know how much does it do to a Empoleon? You hit an overheat on a Empoleon?
Not enough.
It's not enough. Yeah, it might be decent into a Shadow Empoleon, but regular no.
I think if we were playing this in Gym Breakers, it's a sort of mon I'd be more inclined to use rather than a fixed format.
But this is the recurring theme we're having here in discussions. All of our picks so far have been, actually, this would be better off in a Gym Breakers meta where you can adjust your movesets. You're not
you just play against Matt Brewer and use whatever fucking moves you want. Nobody will know.
Well, that's the reason
players don't talk to each other.
He doesn't know about 50% of the fast moves nowadays anyway. But I don't know. There's something about Wheezing that I'm saying no. Do I think Roserade is a better option? Consistency, I think yes. However, as I said, I think if you are landing those overheats, you're having a great month. If you're not landing them or not getting that right scenario,
Dan, would you consider Hyper Beam?
It's high risk, high reward.
Would I go to the Hyper Beam?
Oh, because then you don't need to worry about the attack drop if it gets shielded.
It's not even about that though. A lot of mons here will put out a lot of super effective damage to a Wheezing. Regardless if you're throwing a beam and an overheat, it's not about that.
I think you're misunderstanding how quick you actually get to these overheats. You get to them fairly quick, mate. It's not like it was back in the day.
Does Toxicroak get to 2 mud bombs before it gets to overheat, for example? Because I bet there's not much.
No.
I mean, let's say I'm being
Fairywind,
DN this month and run
Fairywind
mud
is
slap. I
Fairywind's
mud
quite
slap him
fast.
through you. I'm going to mud slap through you before you even get to a hyper beam or
What's
over.
what wins the zeros? Mud bomb, toxicroak, or overheat wheezing?
It was
Overheat wheezing.
overheat wheezing, yeah.
Yeah, wheezing for sure.
Because of the fairy wind damage.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
just
think
just
again,
beats it massively.
Massively.
It's not massively. 1 minute, you're running Mud Bomb, aren't you?
you're probably left with quarter HP.
31 HP, so you're doing enough damage there.
Yeah,
But zeros is probably the only shield scenario you're winning that in.
No, you're winning it also in the one shields.
Minus a bait.
Minus a bait.
it's bait. Yeah, it's bait dependent. Yeah.
That's
Well,
bait.
this is the thing. Like,
Never not bait.
yeah, this is the thing. A lot of players
Always never not bait.
and I don't know. I prefer, like you say, like a Roserade where that fire damage. It may not obviously be as hard hitting as that overheat, but the chances are you're getting more of those off across a month that are landing and doing damage and potentially flipping matchups.
One of the reasons I talked about this month tonight was because I wanted to send a message that things are possible. And already you're coming up with ideas of, oh, well, what about this and what about that? If you want the fire damage, look at this, or if you're looking at this, or if you want a hyper beam. And part of the message is look at the surroundings. One of the things that we haven't talked about with Toxicroak, with Grimer, is they all have access to return as well. Do you know what I mean? As does G Weezing has access to
I
return.
got a return toxicroak.
To be fair though,
And we're not looking. And again, I'm just trying to show actually what's different about this meta than other metas is the fact that that team building mentality to it. Matt's seen my first team. He's seen my second team draft. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have a Galregion Weezing in it, but do you know what? I've talked about it. I've talked about Mudscap, Kangaskhan. They're the things that excite me. Is actually talking about Pokemon that are side grades that actually, do you know what? I could look at running that, and if it was 4 years ago and I was playing 50 tournaments per month, um, then I would be running all these daft different combinations and stuff like that just to see what
Come
fit.
back, look now.
What?
Come back, look now.
Yeah.
So the return, Dan. Don't be really good with return. Victory Bell. Like Acid Leaf Blade return. Oh.
I think it's actually, and this might be a controversial opinion, you actually see a lot of people, I know from Gym Breakers, like in the UK team, what they like to do is run purified versions of, let's say, a Toxicroak, but not have return, making them shield a potential return, and it's only like a Mud Bomb, for example. They love that strategy rather than actually running a purified mod and hitting returns.
I do that with Golbat. It's the best thing. It's the best thing.
Wait, is Golbat thing here?
No, Flying's
No.
banned.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck. That'd have been mint.
I know I miss Golbat. I do
Golbat's
miss
such a
Golbat.
mom.
I've got
Golbat's
about
always a good time.
I've got about 6 Golbats all built with all different moves and shadows with different moves.
Yeah, Golbat's
It's always fun.
Any final thoughts on Cheesing?
I just
can
think
see
have a
its
try.
play.
I
Have a
want to see Dan run it this month, and I want him to make me eat my words, but I don't think it's the mon for this meta. And I love Galar Weezing. It's an Ultra League mon, as far as I'm concerned. But it's a fantastic mon. I just don't think it's the right environment for it.
There's also a shout to say that you could run it shadow.
I think it's fine
Which-
if it's your wild card mon. I think it's fine. I think you can't have this and then more Pico. Like you can't have two things that are going to be bait heavy with just the nuke. yeah, you
I
need
wouldn't say
something.
Morpeko is bait heavy.
It's not big head, no.
It's
No,
just one of
okay,
those wanker of a mons that just like if you get in the wrong position against it, there's nearly nothing you can do.
It's going to run through, yeah.
fair. Okay, well, maybe Venomoth's a better option, a better thing. Like I couldn't see this on the same team as a Venomoth. Like neither of them are consistent enough to be a. Because like if you're running Venomoth and Weezing, you almost certainly probably got to have a third poison type, and then you're running into
I
problems.
think three is too much. I think three is too much unless you're poison, unless said poison type is not doing poison things. And
Yeah.
even then, I think you're making yourself 2 weeks because somebody's going to run a dust tox and absolutely fuck your life up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, we haven't talked about dust tox in ages. How cool a mon is that?
Yeah.
Where's Jay when you need him?
My team's got 3 poisons on it. Never mind. That's fine. But one of them is Pokédex number 581. It isn't weak to ground. And that is Among Us, which is an absolute beast of a mob. Couldn't believe that it's the lowest ranked of the 4 of our picks here. It's what was that Devon Cup of ages ago where Magmortar was good?
Was that Rivalry?
No, I don't know. Maybe I'd stop playing.
I don't know. Was it the one where you could either go Magmar or Magmortar, but it happened to be like the Karate Chop Magmortar was the play? I think you and Cal both went that route with Magmortar.
I ran Magmar.
I ran Magmortar because Fire Spins was the actual way to do it.
It was towards the back end of last season, I want to say.
But anyway, that month Among Us, Among Us has always been one astonished buff of being fantastic, and that month was when I first played it, and I loved it, and I really, when I was building a team here, I was looking for core breakers for things that would beat Charger Bug that wouldn't shit the bed against much else. Because when you're looking for things that beat Charger Bug, you tend to be looking at Carbink, which shits the bed against a lot of stuff. The rollout normals, which shit the bed against fighters. And then you're looking at your grass poisons, which shit the bed against other poisons and confusion users. But Among Us doesn't really shit the bed against other poison users because it's doing Astonish and Foul Play. So even in a zeros scenario, even like in a zero shield scenario, it's a relatively close loss. And then same story with the rollout users. In the zeros, it's close loss to Miltank, close loss to Licky Licky. You could just straight up beat stun sparks in the zeros and ones, like even though it's doing Astonish as its move. Like it's just good. It's safe. Like unless your opponent's literally unless your opponent's got Venomoth, it's or Venomoth or a tackle user. Like if normal users that are like normal types that have tackle are the issues, but like I don't see why you do that here. Yeah, I just think it's safe.
I played against Dan the other day, and I think Dan, you were running Among Us, weren't you? And yeah, I kind of struggled against it with the 6 that I chucked together quite quickly, and I found it was actually the best mon in terms of against the team that I was running. It was my biggest problem, and Dan on that team had some very good open Great League mons. Empoleon, is a fantastic
You
mon.
can say that team. It's not my. I'm not running that team. I'm not
Okay.
precious about it.
But yeah,
Shit.
the Empoleon, is probably, in my opinion, I know people love Gastrodon nowadays because they're unloved as children, but I think Empoleon is now what Swampert used to kind of be. I know there's a lot of Blastoise love going around as well, but
Swampert and Empoleon to me are still very different.
They're still very different, but I feel like where Swampert is not what it once was, I think Empoleon's kind of gone into that Hydro Cannon like role. Obviously, Empoleon's got the drill peck. I guess Swampert's now got obviously Sludge. But yeah, going back to it, I think Among Us was actually the most difficult Mon that I faced on Dan's team. And I was kind of, after I think it was game one, I think you ran it versus me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, I hope he doesn't bring that game 2 and 3. Because it's a real pain in the freaking ass.
Among Us has got like a real knack of just like hanging in there for ages.
Exactly.
It just doesn't go away. He's like, for fuck's sake.
And yeah, I mean,
throw another move.
That's the thing about Pokédex number 591. Sorry, Matt, you didn't do it, so I will.
I think I did.
He did.
You didn't.
He did. He did. I'm surprised he knew the Pokedex number because he's been like semi-retired since. Like,
Yeah, I just
4.
assumed he was lazy, so wouldn't. So you know.
I googled it.
There you go. Didn't go into Pokemon Go because he's probably not got one in his storage.
That's why he can't build on Morpeko. He just built on the Mucus.
I can't build. What did I? No, that's actually true. I did build something.
You built something for Dan's for Let's Go. That's what happened.
Oh
that's
yeah, the Alolan
you built her a goal and yeah.
Matt, if you just play GBL for about 2 days, you'll probably get a Morpeko from the reward thing.
No, I've got a Morpeko. I can't power it up and get the second charge move. I've got.
It's not even high level though in Great League, is it?
No, but I've got 16,000 Stardust, Drew. How am I going to give it the second move?
You've had 16,000 Stardust for about a week.
Yeah, like, because I don't
turn the game on. Yeah, spin the screen a few times, throw the ball.
No.
Do you know what? You could do this other thing. Could turn the game on, and then press the little button at the top there, and just let it do its thing on the side because it'll just catch.
I don't have one of those things.
You used to?
No, never have had one of those.
You've never had a gotcha?
No.
What about a Pokego
never.
Ball Plus?
Never.
No. Gotcha Plus Plus?
Nope,
oh,
never.
wow. Couldn't live without one now.
Yeah, I was going to say. Every time I fucking play is when I'm driving. Just on in the car.
Safety awareness.
It's just on in the car, just there like that. And plus, I live on 3 stops and a gym because why buy a house that isn't got 3 stops and a gym? What dickhead does that?
4 in a gym here, yeah.
3 stops and a gym, and I've got a route that walks around my little estate.
Nice.
Happy days.
Yeah.
But yeah, Among Us. Pain in the ass.
It is, but it's not. It doesn't do anything great. You never fucking anything with Among Us. You're saying about it being a charge bug answer, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. But it gets fucked by so many other things. You know.
Does it though? What fucks it?
Yeah, I don't think. I struggle to think what absolutely ruins it.
Swallow.
No.
Does.
Yeah.
It beats it. It beats it, but it don't ruin it.
Let's have a look here. No, it fucking ruins it, mate. Fucking ruins it, mate.
Nah, not having that.
Fucking ruins it. Absolutely ruins it.
In every shield scenario.
Tell you the zeros?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I can get 2 foul plays off.
You get 2 foul plays off, yeah.
Before you.
So it's left with 39 HP.
Yeah.
It's left with 39 HP.
Out of 100 and probably 80, 190?
171. It's got less HP than you do.
So, yeah, okay, fair. But that's because they're both bulky as shit. Like 30
I know, but you were saying
timers by the time that
you were saying Swallow was shit because it does exactly the same thing as Among Us does.
No,
it does exactly the same shit
because it can't do. Swallow shit because it can't do shit to Empoleon.
Yes, it can.
Oh, God.
You won it with Rock Smash.
You mud shot it down.
Oh.
After somebody else has done all the heavy lifting.
Whoa, shit. I'm just saying the mons that Among Us beats. Among Us is good because it sort of gels in between teams. It acts as additional shields, but it doesn't actually really beat anything hugely. The stuff that it's beating, it's not beating hugely convincingly.
Like you say, Dan, I don't think it needs to. I think it just hangs in there. It chips. you could basically look at a team of 6 and go, right, I want my Among Us against Xmon because that's my biggest problem to get rid of. And you know Among Us is going to leave it low for the rest of your team to kind of sweep up. Again, energy
Here's a
advantage
stat
going
for
to the secondary matchup.
here's a stat for you. It's a grass poison that loses to a water poison.
That's fine. Because I'll tell you why that's fine. It's because everything that beats Among Us is all weak to the same stuff. The other 5 things on my team beat Swallow. It's not a problem.
Swallow isn't a water poison.
No, okay. The other 5 things on my team will beat Tentacruel. It's fine. Like, it's not an issue. It's really not. Because even if Among Us does get up against them, like, I've got 2 other options to farm. Like,
I'm just saying, there are other options out there that can do things a little bit sexier.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like Roserade.
Like Roserade.
But here's the real thing, right? Here's what I really like about this.
That it's a less sexy Venusaur.
It is a less sexy Venusaur, but that is good.
It does things Venusaur can't do, though.
It does things Venusaur can't do. But what I really liked about it is, remember how awful last month was? Because there was like 4 mons that were completely safe and they were so obvious that everyone had them. That's what Among Us does here, but there's only one of it. Well, chargeable potentially. But it's hidden. Like, it's not obvious. And it's not like...
Because it's a little mushroom.
Because it's a little mushroom and it's not in the top 6 on
to be a
PvP.
Pokeball.
Yeah, like it's what the Devon meta team like in a meta. But what makes it good is that there's only one of it. There's not 4 of it.
I've just realised all this Venomoth love that's been going round is because everyone's still in love with Orangaroo from last month. And they just want to run it back, but just run Venomoth.
No.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Venomoth does not behave like a Orangaroo.
It does.
It really doesn't.
Tap.
No, because you're running with Psywave, not Confusion.
Pow. Hang on. Whoa.
And it's also made of fucking paper. You have to play it with a fucking precision. You can't just fucking tap and just
There's
a few charge
nothing more
moves
exciting last month than demoralising everyone by just swapping in Orangaroo.
Cal, if Hypno was eligible, you would be singing a different hymn sheet here. You would be.
Did I run Hypno once in LAIC?
Well, no, because you can't. Because
eligible.
Kangaroo is just far better.
Aero ran it in Gym Breakers.
That's because Aero's a fucking madman.
Because Guru's banned now, and Hypno is the confusion user of choice. Yeah, I settled on a bombs now.
Oh yeah, the confusion user of Bombers now. We all know that one.
No.
But no, like,
is someone still salty because they lost in a final?
I think so.
Because I've heard that, Drew, something about you that when it comes down to the crunch in that last game, you kind of.
It was something.
Isn't that what happened?
My
Isn't that what
Galarian
happened
Rapidash,
in
something.
Marsh Cup? You lost in the final.
my Galarian
Lost in
Rapidash.
the final this month.
Actually, Cal, hang on a minute. When I ran the Galarian Rapidash, I beat you in the 3rd game.
You ran it in the 2nd game and you got locked onto Bronzong.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the reason why you lost game 2.
Oh, maybe.
Back to Among Us.
I like
we're going off track.
Yeah,
you like it.
I like it.
I like it because I've seen how annoying it can be. I don't like it in a typical way, like I'd like a Pokemon to run in like a team of 6. But after you used it against me, Dan, the other day, it's, I'm jotting down Pokemon in a list here.
It might
gone
be
to the side. It's kind of like, oh, this one might slot in, just to be kind of a bit of a deviant in the team.
It might be bulky and annoying enough to pair with Toxicroak. That's why I like it.
Yeah, no, I can see that. There is, just to throw another thing in the mix. Do you need Grass Knot? Could you, bearing in mind how bulky it is and how annoying it is, could you run Return?
I couldn't, because I don't have the dust to do such a thing.
I don't think
but I like it in principle.
Again.
No, okay, so here's the thing. I believe you need Grass Knot to beat Empoleon.
Yeah.
So it depends on how. Oh, and the rock nonce thing that Cal's going to use.
Oh,
Crosser.
big.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, no,
carving.
you need grass now. You need grass now.
I'm
Oh,
just saying, if it proves that carbink is a thing, which I'm going to be honest, carbink's going to be a thing, so be prepared.
Everyone's a nonce.
yeah, but everyone's
This,
just going to run Emp, aren't they? Surely.
yeah, they are.
And
Everyone's
Emp's
going
just
to,
going to Emp's
mate.
just going to farm through it.
Well, that's what
If
going
they
back
are
to what
stuck
Brewer
in
said
this,
before. Yeah, fighting types coming in stops it from being a shitty RPS triangle. It's now an RPS square.
which just means there's
But
one more
you can only
option to
use
you to
three.
fuck it up.
You can only use three sides of your square at a time. So
But Cal, this is like your kind of meta, isn't it? You love a little. I'm going to use my words carefully. You love an RPS session.
I think Cal loves a clusterfuck more than an RPS.
Well, I was going to say a rapey RPS meta, but
I,
yeah,
I traditionally do well. Yeah, when
you
people
do in
use
all the
no,
you do
when
well in
all the
DGen
teams
metas.
are exactly the fucking same. Like LASC, where everyone's got Guru, Gyarados, Prismatic, but you have to pick off that shitty whitelist, and everyone had the fucking same one in the same colour slot.
No, they didn't.
I didn't because I ran Sunny Class 1 because I'm not a Talonflame wanker.
I was going to say because both me and you ran Sunny Class
No,
Forms because we're not Talonflame
there
wankers.
was colour choices. I had double cast form hype. It was great.
I just could not run. I still struggle with incinerate users. It's just not. Yeah, no.
What was the meta where I think it might have been a regional meta, and it was like triple or quad cast form was viable.
Yeah, that was season 3. Yeah, because that's
I
where
remember Cal doing very well in that meta.
Wasn't
Well,
it in the opening meta
Venture.
of a season?
No, it's
Ven-
Venture Cup. Because I remember everything on my team got a move, got everything on my team had a charge move that was 35 energy and got there in 10 turns. Because that's what Venture Cup was.
Hmm.
It was
Matt knows
Nido
this
Queen.
because he made the cup.
I did. This
But
was long before. This was long before. This was
but I
that was
can.
Nido Queen, double cast form, Deoxys Defense, Primeape, and a Bomber Snail. That's what it was.
No, I'm thinking of something different. There was one where I think you literally ran water normal, and
Yeah, it
then
was
you
all the
could.
balls. It was the first one we
I
did for.
probably didn't
I think
run
it was the first one we did for
Snowy.
SBL.
It might have been.
I think it was the first cup we did for SBL.
It may
Was
well
that
have
the one
been.
where there was like Dragonite Steelix with RPS?
No, that was Commander
Oh,
Cup, wasn't
that
it?
was a fucking brilliant map.
It
Guardian.
wasn't Commander, but that was good. I enjoyed that one.
I
Yeah.
think that was Guardian. Rainy
It was
Cast
Guardian.
Form,
Guardian.
Steelix.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rainy Cast Form, Steelix, Dragon Knight, Ninetales.
Surf
You did
Etched.
the other two ones didn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Poliwrath was good. Um,
Back when
no,
Rainy
it wasn't
Cast Form was
Guardian.
great.
It wasn't Guardian. It wasn't Guardian. But anyway,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we? How did we
But
get here?
Amoongus.
we're talking about
Amoongus.
Cal. We're talking about Cal and the fact that he's going to run the most DGen team out of the four of us. He'll probably do
I'm
well
running,
with
yeah.
it because he
I'm
loves a
definitely running
horrible meta.
Shadow Prime, Shadow Toxicroak.
Hang on a
100%.
minute. Hang on a minute. I still don't think this is a horrible matter.
No,
No,
he
it's
will
good.
make
I think
This
it's
is
good.
good.
no. Cal will make his team as DGen as possible for the meta.
Is
Shadow
someone jealous,
Ursaring.
Drew?
No.
Go
This
Shadow
is what
Ursaring.
Cal does now. Cal, this is where Cal gets his enjoyment. It's not a critique.
He's just
I
spent too
get
much
bored
time
when
with
I'm
you.
about to run 6
He
shadows. It's fun.
he loves it. He will. There's people that obviously you may not remember Ferg. Ferg went for a stage where he would run the most degen shit as possible, one of my locals, because he would get sheer joy out of running degen stuff. And that is Cal now. He's
You
gone
see,
for a stage
I
of degen.
3-0'd Ribler running Shadow Ursaring. And he messaged me after that. I haven't been 3-0'd in about 12 months. I was like, that's why we play this game.
Is that why he calls you daddy in chat in the tournament thing,
Yeah.
Cal?
That was his cost of his forfeit of losing, yeah.
Oh yeah, Daddy Brewer.
I'm surprised it's
What,
taken this long.
What? It was
I'm
Daddy
surprised
J-Mac.
it's
Oh yeah,
taken
it was Daddy J-Mac.
an hour and
Yeah,
three
what?
quarters. I'm surprised it's taken this long.
Aren't you retired now?
Do you know what? Had it been anyone else and I'd have lost that
Bandit.
game, I might have retired. Like that.
I told
Had
you.
it been, but I can't. I like it's bad enough losing to J-Mac. It's worse than retire off the back of it. Like there's no dignity in that, right?
That's all right. Me and J Mac will beat you this month, send you into retirement.
So we've lost on Among Us. We've all said it's good. It's got its own little place. It does little things. It doesn't do anything great, but actually, what it does do, it does on a stable enough fashion to make it round off your DGen team. There are others. Can we talk about some other unsung heroes very quickly that I don't know how much, Drew, Cal, you've looked at the meta and think about the rankings. We talked about Kangaskhan earlier. I think Clevo could be like really niche and have like a really nice look.
Bug Rock?
Bug Rock,
That is Bug Rock, yes.
Is it not shit Crossel?
What moves does it have?
You could run it with Air Cutter, you could run it with Fury Cutter, you could run it with X Scissor, you can run it with Rock Slide. It does little things. It does side grades.
But it doesn't have Rock Wrecker. Like
doesn't have Rock Wrecker. No,
it sounds like a hand force Spice Knight one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like in your normal team in SBL you run your Crossel, in hand force you run your Cleavor.
But also, sorry, just quick question, Dan. Is it even possible to get a Cleavor in Great League unless you're going to see kids in the park?
No, it is possible. It was in a reward.
Oh,
you know these things that come every month that everybody gets to like 200 on and has a shitload of dust because all they've done is play the game really normally.
Morton got me mine.
Morton,
of course he did.
Yeah. I gave him my account and he went round some fucking Danish primary school.
That's wrong, that, because he did get one. Do you know what I have, and I think you could run here, is a Carablast, which I also think would be quite fun. Fury Cutter, X Scissor, and it runs Drill Run as well. It beats a lot of fine things, beats Charger Bug, beats a lot of your fighting types. Could be really fun.
Escav. Aerial Ace Escav. Bug Bite, Aerial 8, Drill Run, Escav.
I like
what was you running as your fast move though? Because counter is not great.
Bug Bite, yeah.
Bug
I like Escav a lot. I
can actually shout, you know.
You've got to be prepared for Escav, otherwise it will run.
Right, so Cal's running Toxie, Carbink, Escav.
Shadow Primate. That's three bite. We're flying. We got flying.
So do also be prepared for your normals to come through because
Shadow Ursaring. There we go.
It is Devon. People will go, oh, I can run the Dunsparce. Why not? Because it's Devon. Yeah, I can make a team of 5 normals. Yeah, Oikalung. As I said, normal cast form has a little bit of a place here. Has some very cool niche wins that you could, actually do with. You could run Grovile. Hang on a minute, no dickhead would ever run Grovile in any tournament ever. Because I did it in Continental. We know, Drew. We know. It was a joke.
Some would say I'm a hero.
I don't think anyone would say that.
I don't know who these people are.
Is Double eligible here?
Yeah.
Yes, Double is eligible.
Double's really solid here.
With tackle, do we think?
No, double kick.
Double kick.
Still with double kick.
So, Cal, are we running 6 pseudo fighters / fighters here then?
Is Stuffle eligible?
Oh no, not really.
Is it a normal type? Then it's fine. I don't know what Stuffle is.
It's the Beware pre-evolution.
Oh, then that'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Superpower.
As Drew talked about, there is Seeking that is available.
I'm going to take lives with Seeking this month.
No, Charger Bug is going to take your Seeking's life.
Whalmer is a really big shout. I'm sorry, I do think since the added Body Slam to its mix, it's become really good fun.
Does Whalmer have rollout as well?
Yeah, it has rollout as well. So it's actually got some good play against it. Yes, you are completely fucked, really, if you come against a Charger Bug. But there are other things. Charger Bug in itself, you've got Pormont, you've got Pachirisu.
You've got a walk, though. You've got a walk like 15 kilometers.
Number 8 on the rankings.
Go on, what's that? I was going to say, with Pormont, you've got to walk it, haven't you? Like 30 kilometers or whatnot to evolve
Number 8 on the rankings, Arachnoid.
No.
No?
What, Arac?
That's fucking more you're more on a register with Arachnoid than you are with fucking Carbink and Tinkerton combined. If you ran all three of them, in one fucking team,
Please
I
turn
You
up at
treat
your
them, man.
house.
just top
Yeah,
left.
it turns out you're on the Epstein list. But again, Dustox we talked about earlier, really good, nice little play here. Gollispod, you can there's different move options and things you can look at. So please don't just run the first fucking 6 things on
Run,
PvP.
bug, bite, charge a bug.
So, like, on a serious note now, obviously, 3 of us are admins in SBL. Brewer's kind of like the moany bitch channel. Like,
I love the fact that we're all admins in SBL, yet the channel's named after Brewer.
I know.
And none of us have changed it.
Brewer's
No,
Moments.
one of you
But-
changed it to it. One of you
I
changed
changed
it to
it.
it.
Yeah, it was Cal. I'm obviously, how many people? Obviously, we get a lot of repeat, should we say, custom players, playing each month. How many of our current crop of players do you foresee bringing Carbink, bringing Tink?
I don't have a Tink, so I definitely won't be.
I
No,
reckon
but like a serious question.
Carbink will be 30% usage.
You reckon that high?
Yeah.
Because there's too many bug types and not have a shitty fucking rock throwing piece of shit.
Just use a peck user instead. It's more fun.
Okay,
No, but
on that.
you look at it. You've got Charge Bug, which will be on near enough 90% of teams.
Charge bug, yeah.
It's too good. It's
Yeah.
unless you are going to go down a Pachirisu or you're going to go down a Morpeko sort of line, which is risky. Charge Bug is going to be your electric go-to.
Someone mentioned Paul about 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Dan did, but I was waffling about, you got the walk-in evolution requirement.
Break, wild charge?
Yeah, I love a Paul. I've got one of them built. I used it in GBL for a bit when I had a. Do you remember?
Got built.
There was like, I want to say it was after I got married last year, and once things calmed down, there was all those big changes to go, and everything was interesting all of a sudden, and I just built a bunch of random shit.
It was the last big move update. They did the mammoth move update from memory back then, wasn't it? Because obviously
that was when
we're getting the
County
next
got
big one.
nerfed. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting the next big one in March.
Have you seen, V10's list of Great League mons he's got built currently?
Oh,
He's been showing them off in JD. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It must be over 800 now of Great League mons, all built. It's genuinely
crazy
insane.
boy. Paul, I'm going to look into Paul Dan. I think that might be a shout, Paul.
Again, I do think it will. I think there's also toxicity, but it's a bit bait heavy. You are going power up punch or well charge. You just like. But it does have some really, really interesting wins. That
takes along the
honestly,
fighters, doesn't it?
honestly, yeah, you're taking out Toxicroak and Victory Bell and shit like that, and it's like, wow, are you really, are you taking out, you're taking out freaking Arachnoid with it?
There's no way Toxicroak is taking out Toxicroak.
No,
An electric fucking
honestly,
type.
it's nuts.
Is that with Mud Bomb?
Yeah, it's probably got to be the right scenario, like most things, obviously. But yeah, the PvP rankings has Toxicity beaten Toxicroak.
That's bullshit.
I'm pretty
if you're running
sure
Toxicroak, you're running Mud Bomb. So
you're not running punch, I don't think.
Well,
Prime Nick will do the punching.
the thing is, though, it goes back to that very first kind of thing we discussed about the meta. I think there's going to be a lot of move set variation. Let's say we have 20 players enter this month. We're probably going to see.
Yeah, you absolutely fuck it with Mud Bomb.
You're probably going to see 50 unique mons, I reckon.
I'll say it again. It'd be a great Gym Breakers meta. Just we're fucked to play EUIC until 2029.
Well, that's all your fucking fault.
I didn't vote. We're playing LAAC now. By the time we get onto EUIC, it'll be fucking next year.
Yeah, it will be.
All these dickheads who kept us on LAIC, we could have been playing this, and this would be much more fun as a Gym Breakers matter.
I didn't vote LAIC.
I mean, obviously playing like Battle Frontier now again, I've been keeping an eye on like the EUAC, what people have been picking. And
Newsflash, everyone. If people didn't know, Drew's been signed to a Battle Frontier team.
I know
Don't know if you knew, Matthew, but he did. He's gone to the Racing Rabbits. He's really happy. He turned down several offers from other teams, and he said, "No, no, no. I want to go and play with Sonia because she was my favorite Scouse singer when I was growing up. I loved the devil on the devil on the devil, you know." So that's what he did. And he went and took a big money signing, big move, across the sea to have a smoke and a pancake. What is it you do with your bong? You hold it like that and go, something like that. Yeah, that's what you do with it. Yeah.
Dan, you look like you've had a lot of practice there doing that.
Only with big ones, Drew. Something you'll never know about.
That's from rooming with Delhi.
Hey! Where do you think you got all the naked photos?
But no. But what I was saying, with the EUIC meta, that's obviously we're all going to be subjected to very soon, probably after this month's meta. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Spidey Ops is like going to be the mod. No one can beat it." There are teams out there that are not running Spidey Ops and are winning. So again, it might end up being one of those matches where actually we get a lot of variation and a bit of creativity. So I'm not going to shit on Devon if they go EUAC meta as the next one. Oh, Cal, shut up! You're playing it in Battle Frontier.
I'm not playing Majestic, thanks.
Playing Majestic.
I had a look at EUIC just in case we got lumbered with it in Devon, and I remember thinking that might finish me off. I really hope we don't get the EUIC.
Yeah, we're getting it, mate. We're getting it.
We're
getting it in
saving
February,
that Stardust up, lad.
We're getting it in February, mate. Don't worry, because I'll finally go through my promise and doing a draft. I was just too busy over Christmas, mate. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I think EUIC, just pull the EUIC up now.
When does this season finish? Is it March?
Top six. Spine Ups, Miltank, Licky Licky, Arianos, Dunsparce, the Dunsparce. Nah.
Just run Shadow Drapion and have fun.
The Dunsparce is good, man.
Oh yeah, I know it is. But like the fact that it's the same thing as Dunsparce, it's like
No. It's got Body Slam.
It's got Dragon Tail, which is
it's a bad Dunsparce.
Maybe we'll reconvene in a few weeks' time and you can try and talk me into playing this absolute fucking disgrace. But I don't know.
I think it'd be better than LAIC.
I really don't know. I really don't know about that.
Do you know what's eligible here, Cal? Oddish. If you had nuts, you'd run Oddish.
Done.
All right.
Consider it done.
Carbink, Escav, Ape, Oddish. Oh,
do you know what? No one can call him a nonce, even though he's got Carbink in his team because he's got Oddish. So it sort of counterbalances it. It just counterbalances the entire fucking team.
How does worse things than run Oddish?
What rank does Oddish sit?
It probably sits about the same as fucking Sea King. Oddish 105.
Oh,
105. That's doable.
That's not bad. There's probably
that's higher than Regirock, Dan, and we like a Regirock, and that's way higher than Regirock.
Do you know what it beats?
They don't know that I had Regirock in my first draft. Okay,
it beats Galarian Weezing.
There you go.
With Overheat?
No,
is the answer.
No. Hang on, let me change that. Beats it with Sludge though.
Yeah, but we're talking about running Overheat.
Yeah, Dan.
Again, you have to bait.
Always never bait, or whatever it was, or whatever it was coming out of.
Overheat does 149.2% to an Oddish. Maybe Oddish isn't the one.
So basically, it's dead for 2 games, not 1.
Maybe Oddish isn't the one. Maybe we'll stick with Moongus.
Yep. No, run Oddish. Have some fun with it.
Some of us have got titles to defend.
It's all out here.
There we go.
Well, thanks for joining us. I think that's been really good. We've chatted for 2 hours and a bit, you know.
Three
So
hours, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah.
Bedtime soon.
yeah, I
Another Red Bull
just
first, no?
Nah, I'm tired.
It's only the crack of 10. Squeeze another one in.
In good news, we're winning gym breakers now. Again. Clyde just won.
Oh, score.
He won 2-1. No, sorry, was that Aaron? No, Aaron's already played. But yeah, it's Will. Will's won 2-1. That's what I thought you were checking your phone earlier for, Cal.
I was looking at the rankings.
Drew, stop breaking the third wall. People don't need to know that Will is Clyde Frogman. It's just like fucking blowing people's. The dozens and dozens of chatting shit watchers have now just had the mind blown that you've completely broke the fourth wall, mate. It's like
Hey,
destroyed it for them.
Do you know, when I was looking
And
down
people now
counting,
know my real name. I've just realised it comes up my real name there. I always change it to Beckachu. Now people are going to be able to find me.
oh,
Fuck's sake, Drew.
do you know,
That's all right.
when
You
I was
can't
when
write
I
it, calling
was
you daddy.
when I was looking through the past videos and discovered that I've only done 9 in the Devon era, I was also looking at the comments, and now there's like no comments anymore. But there was one on one of the previous 2 videos, and I can't remember his name, but he doesn't recognize me from himself. He said, I enjoy watching these videos, and I assume you're this person who's always on the top of the GBL leaderboard. And it's like, no, that's definitely not who I am.
Nah.
Oh, I'm gonna go and look who that person
Was it
is.
Ian Nan?
It's just us four that watch it on repeat, isn't it? Now,
Do you know what? I'm
probably had
actually
a 50 views to Brewers Marsh Cup run of mine.
after that episode where we slagged off all new Devon players. I do realise that we do have some followers and people do watch these videos still, which sort of surprised me.
Yeah,
A
me
little
too.
bit.
Well, I've said it before.
We'll have to start taking the income.
I do this for me now, not for anyone else. I've said that for years. So
Bro, you'll have to start splitting the income from the viewership soon.
you think I get income from this?
Oh,
Do you think, Drew? I've got one video that had over 1,000 views.
I don't know how much you need to get monetized.
Even I've got a video with more views than that.
Well, yeah, but you have to be 18 plus,
talk about
no?
your dirty videos with Delhi.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you think I'm getting any income from this, Drew, you're sorely mistaken.
Billy Skinner, you are a fucking legend. But if you want to know who that is at the top of the GBL leaderboard, if you message in the chat next time, I will tell you exactly who that person is, and I will give you their email address.
Matthew Burr. Wait, it's definitely Matthew Burr.
I would not talking about it, but Billy Skinner.
It was Billy Skinner.
Billy Skinner 9382. Watch the video, DM us, and I will give you that person's email address.
Billy Skinner's a Russian bot.
It's Cal's burner account, isn't it? When he's trying to harass Vorderman.
Billy Skinner. You can find us. I think we're all on Twitter, right? Like if we,
yeah.
I don't check the email for this.
Not under any of our real names that are on the screen.
It's like zero connection to my real name on Twitter. Trust me.
My Twitter name is Zionic. I can spell that out for you if you need it.
Boom.
My Twitter name is my actual name, so you can message me and I'll put you in contact with Gan. And what?
Doombug, you're normally at the top of the leaderboard, aren't you?
All right. We're getting a bit close now, Drew. I don't know what the line is, but we're getting really close.
And if you're struggling to get hold of me, you can get in touch with me on Discord. You just need to look for a trendy hobbit. A trendy hobbit.
I know who that is.
I have no idea who that is.
Maybe Matthew Burr could rise to the occasion and win this month's tournament.
Right, we've gone completely off piece now. I don't think we need to be recording this, to be honest, guys. Thank you, Matt, for having us on. I hope we have a really good month next month, and I hope we talk about EUIC, even if it's just us calling it nonce. So, yeah, thank you.
We need to get the tournament set up on a serious note.
Oh, shit, yeah.
That was Cal's job like 2 weeks ago, and then he told me he couldn't be bothered.
I'm off tomorrow. I'll do it.
I've got a Dan excuse. It was Christmas and I've got kids. There we go.
Yeah, Drew. We got kids,
Yeah.
mate. You know what I mean?
I can barely look after myself. That's my excuse.
Yeah, we know, mate. We delayed the call because you broke your own computer.
It would
Drew's
be
just Ubered
irresponsible.
himself a case of Red Bull.
Cal, when's Jay playing in Gym Breakers? Because I'm guessing he's put it in JD.
I don't know. I haven't looked. It's been on busy.
Aaron-
Can this not be a personal conversation?
Can this not be after we've said thank you and goodbye and we'll see you next month?
Nah.
Because actually, I don't know whether we'll see you next month because I really think EOIC is that dog shit that I don't know that I want to waste my time on this, but we'll see.
But in which case, we'll do a recap video from a draft tournament, or we'll do a live. We'll do a live draft, or we'll do something else that's really interesting.
Maybe the four of us could record our draft battles, and we could just deconstruct each other's plays. Because mine would be hilarious to deconstruct. What were you thinking?
Maybe if I don't do a video next month, Dan, maybe we can look back at either one person's run. Like if Cal wins again, we'll have a Cal save your battles, and we'll go
save your
through
battles from this
how
month.
your double fighting strat worked. And
don't give him that much pressure. He won't do it now. He'll crack.
Well, we'll do some at that. Yeah, it might not be EUIC.
I think a draft run would be fun.
Stop recording before Drew talks about shit.